Welcome back to the Hyundai Studio. Time for Social Spotlight.
We're on Pinterest?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just saw Pinterest
don't
up
use
there.
Pinterest, so
you know,
yeah, I don't.
I thought every female used Pinterest.
I see other people when they post
Right.
it, like on Facebook, that they pin things. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I just never got into it.
I've gotten some good food from Pinterest. You might want to
yeah?
my wife goes there. All right, you go ahead and start it up. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Andre
My
always
bad.
likes to dance to the music too of Social Spotlight. It was a good
Good
little
music.
jam
It's better
session
than
during the break.
All right, look, I love this show, but the music, never mind.
The music's got to go.
Not go, but let's freshen it up a little bit.
Maybe people can send in their demos. That would be a fun little segment.
That would be a good segment.
Come in live in
And
studio
Bruce would
and
love
play
that.
it. He would love
Yeah.
it. Let's get that ball rolling on it.
Very
Okay.
good.
Well, we don't have a lot of time. We have a lot of questions.
Okay.
It's Whatever Wednesday, which means they get to ask you whatever they want. That's clean. So I had to pull. I'm just joking.
The
There
dirty
wasn't
ones
any-
I'll
there wasn't any
answer
dirty
after the
ones.
show.
Oh gosh. Okay. So just inbox them about
yeah.
those ones. But first, we posted a quick question. 2013 Indians DH. Would you rather have Jim Thome or Travis Hafner?
Can I have my answer now or do I have to wait?
No, you can have your answer.
I would go with Pronk.
You would?
I would go with Pronk.
I would too.
Because here's the thing about this situation. You're not asking him to come in and give you 600 at bats. And I like Pronk when you're paying him $800,000, $600,000, and not $13 million.
Right.
I'm still mad at Jim Thome because he said, you're going to have to peel the uniform off of my back. I'll never get over that. So I can deal with Travis Hafner being hurt.
You can't get over that, but you can get over some other things.
I can get over some other things. All right. I don't want Jim Thome. I want Pronk.
Okay.
And it's cheap.
We're
Who
in agreement
cares?
with it.
All right. I want to hear what they have to
usually agree
say.
on things for some reason.
That's
but,
scary.
I know. Electrifying Uno says neither. One is damaged goods. The other is older than Betty White.
Scott Harrison did hit 20 home runs last year. That is pretty funny.
I like Betty White. I had to throw that one in there.
And his Twitter name is awesome too.
Electrifying Uno, right?
Electrifying Uno. That's
Cool.
a good answer. But it's not. But see, here's the thing. I get that answer, but you're not asking them to carry your team. You're asking them to be a part-time fill-in player for cheap.
Okay. At Real Dancin' Dan, also a fun, awesome name.
That is.
Says neither would like to see a Luke Scott or Aubrey Huff.
I like Aubrey Huff, but you got to pay. Aubrey Huff was made $10 million last year, and I think he's still under the understanding that someone will sign him. Luke Scott, now that's one of Gino's stuff. Do you guys know about Luke Scott? He's built a little different.
A little nuts.
Says things about presidents and has a lot of guns. Luke Scott's, but he's a heck of a baseball player, so we'll see.
At Country Ump says Travis Hafner, a little younger and more upside of the two.
There you go, Country.
Had to pick.
I'm with you, Country.
And at Strike Dog said, I would love Thome as DH. Love in all capitals. He was really excited about that. It would be like the 90s when they added Eddie Murray.
See?
Veteran leader that's been there.
Yeah, see, and I would have no problem. See, I don't want Thome, but that's what the whole thing would be.
Everyone thinks.
Right. Everybody thinks. I'm not saying,
Mentality.
and I'm not saying with either of these guys you would put them at the fourth spot in the batting lineup.
Right.
You put them at 6th, 7th, 8th, and you kind of be the veteran to kind of keep the lineup going.
Dustin Murphy says both. If we sign both of them, maybe, just maybe, we will have a DH for every game.
That's good.
Right.
That might be good.
Clever, right?
That was good, Dustin.
That was a good tweet. Or Facebook, sorry. I don't want to mess the two up. Brian Workman says we can get someone better than them two. Been there, done that.
But see, I don't think they can get anyone better because they're at the point where financially they've kind of hit their plateau. So, and look, I know from talking, I don't want to get into trouble. I've talked to the general manager and president. They have a very good idea of where Pronk is at right now. That's all I'll leave it at.
From his mouth to your ears.
Yeah, basically, I've told you who it's going to be.
You heard it here first. Exclusive on All Bets Are Off. Joe Monaco says Manny will get invited to spring training. They're saying he's tearing the cover off the ball.
That's right, my man
Watch
Gino.
Tito get him here.
Tito, Mike, hey, he did win with. You know, why didn't I ask Tito that? Gino gave me all these questions the other day and didn't tell me to ask about Manny Ramirez. He's hitting 296, 4 home runs. I think 20-some RBI were the numbers that we had.
There we go. Doug Brown says, lastly, Kenny Lofton.
K-Love.
That's my favorite player.
I love
would
Kenny
vote for
Lofton,
that too, but
Kenny Love was trying to hit home runs when he was playing. Now, could you imagine him trying to hit them? No thanks.
I think he's as fast as he once was.
Yeah, I bet you he's probably be the 3rd, 4th fastest on the Indians right now.
Okay. Well, now it's time for Whatever Wednesday. Putting you on the spot. Okay?
All right, let's go.
You ready to go?
Yep, let's go.
Roll through
Chop,
these.
chop.
Jim Trott says, and I'm sure you've been talking about this, but I had to throw it in there. Do you think Chud will stick with Whedon or look to sign an Alex Smith or maybe a Ryan Mallett? Any word at all on signing either of the two?
Michael Vick.
No Michael Vick, please.
I think on September, blah, 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 whatever the date for opening day, number 3 will be your starting quarterback. It'll be Whedon. I love what they're doing right now.
Even though he's saying he's not going to prematurely name him.
They didn't say he's not going to start.
But why would you go out and say that I can't say that he's going to start?
All right, you want me to ask you a real question?
Well, it depends what the question is.
Well, you're not going to like it, but it's going to be fun.
Okay.
If you found someone that you would like, someone that you may want to go on a couple dates with.
Okay.
You wouldn't tell them that you love them right away. You'd make them earn another date, right?
Said, oh, okay. What?
You wouldn't make them earn another date and
But that would be like me saying to them, you know what, I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to go on another date with you up front. It's exactly
You never would tell somebody they're going to be your starting quarterback when you walk in.
I just don't know why you take it off the table just automatically.
They didn't take it off the table.
Okay.
They said it would be premature to say that we're dating.
Bring back DA. I'm just joking.
All I'm saying is, Ashley, it'd be premature to say after one date and after just meeting a guy, you wouldn't go, right?
Fine.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. They're just playing the game.
They're going to make a quarterback controversy when they go to camp. That's exactly what this sets it up for.
No, you are right about that.
Okay, like we do every year, right?
We're good at it. At least we've done it.
That's the one thing we do know here in
controversy.
Is how to start a quarterback controversy.
You're right, but I think that's what they're doing.
What I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think what they're doing is saying, earn the job, Brandon Whedon. We don't want
Which
you.
he should have.
Right. We want you to come in here, learn the offense, and if Brandon Whedon sees the tea leaves and he looks at the offense they're running, it fits him. So at the end of the day, he'll be the quarterback.
Alrighty. Brian Seibold said, how do you think Jamarcus Russell would fit in our offense? We know Lombardi loves him.
Lombardi had nothing to do with drafting him number 1. He was drafted. And here, look, don't kill Michael Lombardi about him. The Browns would have selected, and I know it for everything. Jamarcus Russell would have been drafted by Phil Savage if he was still here. So don't put that all on Lombardi. I don't know how he fits. Did anyone else have a 300-pound quarterback lining up for him? He weighs 305 pounds right now. He doesn't fit at all. He fits more at left guard.
He doesn't fit anywhere, right?
He only got pants to fit a quarterback at 300.
Also wants to know how you feel about Lombardi not attending the Senior Bowl.
He knows everything already.
Okay.
I mean, what other choices?
Moving on to a personal question.
Oh,
It's Crystal Happney says, what is a favorite children's movie that you think is a must-see for your daughter when she's old enough to watch TV? See, this is the kind of stuff you're gonna
you're gonna get me in trouble.
Put you on the spot. Sorry, I didn't show him any of these.
It's a baseball movie. Why can't I think of the name of it?
Baseball movie.
Where they hit the ball and the ball gets chewed up by the dog. Why can't I think?
Oh yeah. Sandlot.
Sandlot would be one for me. I love the Sandlot.
It's not a girl movie, but okay.
Of course it's not a girl movie.
I would have voted for Little Mermaid just to throw it out.
Little Mermaid, and then what's the one with the whole new world? Simba.
Lion King.
Lion King will be another one. I'll sing next time.
Now, this isn't a question, it's a comment, and it's not very nice. But Andy Me says the positive about you having a kid is that you don't have to worry about your hair turning gray. But the
funny thing is I do have a little gray, you just don't never see it.
There's a lot of comments like people saying, oh, I have daughters that range in age from 7 to 22.
I saw that. Wait, good luck. Yeah. Everybody tells me, hey, enjoy him now. Wait till she talks.
She can't talk or walk around yet,
and she will talk a lot.
J.R. Ray says, what was your favorite athlete and idol growing up?
Favorite athlete growing up would be Ken Griffey Jr. Was one of my favorites, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, and Manny Ramirez.
There you go. Tim Ugla wants to know, do you think the Shermer hiring to Philly made any sense? He doesn't get it, but what does he know?
It doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's the good old boy network working as it always works. And I hate to say this, but we get a view of certain coaches in Cleveland that the rest of the league doesn't have. And we should be careful, and we've done this so many times. How many coaches have we watched or players watched where we talk and run them right out of town and they go win Super Bowls? Obviously, we didn't think highly of the guy, but Philadelphia did, and you can't, and I'll leave it at that.
You're like trying not to get yourself into trouble.
I know, because his comments.
He's cutting himself off.
I wish
we're gonna have to hit the delay starting soon so that you can't even hear what he says.
I wish that we could go online after the show and I could give a couple more
You're gonna have to.
Squibs.
People are gonna ask you. At AF Mees69 says, "What's your favorite hobby that is not sports related?
Reading. I like to read a lot. I'm a big reader, a writer. I went to school to be a reader, a writer, matter of fact. I read a lot. Also, like riding my bike. And you want to hear
A motorcycle or a bicycle?
It's a bicycle. I ain't Kellen Winslow. And the other thing I'm into that's big in sports, this is sport, but it's way different. Drag racing. My dad drag raced growing up. So old school cars, old school muscle cars, 68 Camaros, 69 Camaros, one of my favorite things.
Getting to know Andre Knott here. Bets are off. Jared Bartlett says, does Cleveland have a shot at Greg Jennings if he becomes a free agent?
They have a chance, but I don't think I want Greg Jennings. He's 30 years old, and he's only played like half of his games in the last 2 football seasons. And he's been better in the slot than he's been outside. And I think at 30 years old, you got to be careful with wide receivers. I like him, but that wouldn't be the guy I'd go after. Mike Wallace.
Another football question, of course, for the great Andre Knott. Larry Gerken says, the way the NFL has changed offensively these past couple years, do you think Turner's offensive style is outdated?
No, not at all, because I think when you look at his offense 2 years ago when they had healthy players, he got the ball. He was ahead of the curve anyway. No, not at all. I think he understands it because they throw the ball vertical and they run the ball with a big running back. I think it's great.
Judith Farr, what is the greatest lesson you've learned from sports? Now, that could probably be maybe on TV, too, talking sports or playing sports.
Greatest thing I've learned from sports, man, I could talk all day about that. Probably to play everything all the way out. And I think my best relationships, I could say I don't have a racist bone in my body because I played sports with every type of person from every type, and it made me open my eyes and trust people and believe in people before reading them beforehand. Seriously, I really mean that.
That's nice.
I get along with people and I trust people. Hey, you didn't know I had that.
Response. Also, don't say stupid things on Twitter. Back to fans.
Yeah.
That would be a good lesson,
dummy.
Right?
All right, don't do that.
Joe Cupin says, your boy, Tony Grossi, is on record saying he'd rather have Whedon than Ryan Mallett. What are your thoughts? Just like we talked about.
Not my boy.
I had to put it in there.
I know.
But
I agree with him. I think I don't. Ryan Mallett would have to go through the same thing that you just went through this past year.
Agreed with you.
I did agree with Tony. Doesn't happen often. Hi, Tony.
Wanda says, congrats to your family on the birth of your baby.
Thank you, Wanda.
With your baby girl. Do you change dirty diapers?
Absolutely.
You have to, right?
Yes, I change them, and I change a lot of them. Change a couple a day.
Of poopy diapers.
Yes, I've done the poopy diaper.
Of course, right? And this is going to be your favorite question. At JJ Perkins 23 wants to know
this is my boy last
who your
week.
favorite #drinking buddy is, because he thought it was DA maybe last week when we talked about this, but you said it was not. So who is your favorite drinking buddy?
DA is not my favorite drinking buddy. If I told you my favorite drinking buddy, you probably wouldn't know them. But I got a team of guys. Gene knows them all. We all kind of came up together at KNR about 10 years ago. Those are my favorite drinking buddies. Zach Jackson would probably be one of them as well. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm sure you know that already.
Will you expect here saying give him some love? He wants to be your favorite drinking buddy.
I get JJ Perkins. We can go get a couple. Okay. If you buy the first one, I'll buy the next 2. How about that?
Now, this is good.
All right.
A little blast from the past.
Oh, boy.
Candidly, Jimmy says, you may want to flash Dre's SVSM stats today. He's on the short list, and I mean that in a good way, and I think we may have a graphic.
Those aren't even the true numbers.
What is this right here?
Oh, those are my single game rushing. How did you guys look at that? I saw Richardson up there, and you know what? In that 206 game, I should have had about 250, but they called back 2 runs.
There you go. 206, 191, 13, and 20 on those lists. Do you like it?
Wow, you look at you guys doing some deep research.
I know.
I had some big games. I had a couple other ones, but I had some big ones. Wow,
okay,
making me blush.
Love. Lastly, at CLE_CLC fan wants to know your major in college, first job after graduation.
First job after
Kent
graduation.
State
University. I went for communications. Then my first job, I interned at KNR before I even got hired. Worked under Gene and helped produce Bruce's show and a bunch of other shows.
Did you love it?
Oh, I love Gene. This is when Bruce came in, and Gene can battle me. This is when he had to come in like 5 in the morning. You should see Bruce at 5 in the morning. That was the fun times. I produced the Kenny Rhoda show, and then lo and behold, here I am.
There you are.
That was 10 years ago, too. Gene, can you believe that was 10 years ago?
Someone asked him that on one of our Whatever Wednesday questions. They asked Gene, like, how long have you been working with Bruce?
I'm plus 10 years, and Gene is longer than me. So despite the young age, we've been doing this for...
Despite the young age, right?
Well, some people
Are you
don't.
the same age?
No, he's younger than me. I'm the old guy right now.
The old guy. It's okay.
No more questions. Nobody else. Nobody
No
that's
more-
my favorite drink.
Well, I mean, you can throw whatever you want out there, like rapid fire, what your favorite things are. But, you know, you can tweet them back if they ask you some questions, right?
Yes, you can tweet me at Andre Knott if you have questions. I'll finish up the STO Social Spotlight. If you have anything else, I'll give it all to you. Very good stuff today. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
very fun, good sport. I didn't give you anything too tough.
Nah.
Put you on the spot, right?
No.
If you
it
host
was
on a
fine.
Wednesday next time, now
Can't wait.
gloves are off. Here
I'm
we
ready.
go.
I
Next
love
time.
it. All right.